Hey guys, how's it going? I have got to rework the walkway in front of the greenhouse. The walkway guides you away from the greenhouse. So my goal today is to bend some of the metal edging, put some new gravel down, make it so we can walk up to the front of the greenhouse. I have some containers that I want to set in front of the greenhouse today. I don't have any plants for it. I want to find the right plant and I want to find something very, very special for it. So I'm gonna at least get my containers set there and get it so that way you actually walk up to the greenhouse and you don't have to like hop over this metal landscape edging. It's definitely a tripping hazard trying to get into the greenhouse. So let me kind of show you guys what we're gonna do really quickly. And I don't know what else we'll do today, but I'm sure I'll find something to do. So walking up to the greenhouse, the metal edging did this curve because I wasn't planning on having a greenhouse here. It wasn't really even a thought, but now we have a greenhouse here and it's fabulous. So I want to take the metal edging that's here and it's got a curve here, but then I have to bend it so it goes straight up. And then this piece, I want a piece to come out and I want it to kind of curve around. So we're gonna have to like do this. Like this piece here is like really close to the foundation. I want it to come in a little bit more and then I want it to guide around. So it'll be kind of like a swoop. So we'll lift up 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of the metal edging. I'll rework, I'll rebend, and we'll get it all good to go. I think I'm gonna have it so that the metal edging doesn't go up to this stone here. I'm gonna have it so it goes up to like kind of the center of this like pillar that I have going upwards. I think that might be best. I'm gonna play with it. We're gonna kind of play with it. So I might go to the outside. I might go here. If I go here, the door can't open. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. So when the door is open, if the metal edging was here, that's how far the door would open. But the door actually can open quite a ways away. So I don't know how I'm going to get it to actually be able to fully open. I think the door's only ever going to be able to actually open like this with the metal edging. And then plus I'm going to have containers. My container is going to go right here. So we're going to kind of just play with it. I'm going to have to pound the metal edging in really far. Like it's up really high. I wanted it in a little bit further anyways. So, I mean, this section is really high. Everywhere else is like a normal height. It's like 2 inches above. Here I have it like probably 3.5 inches, maybe 4 inches above. And so that's gotta be a little bit shorter into the ground. And the landscape edging is really easy to work with. It's been absolutely amazing in our garden. I'll put a link to it in the description down below. It's from EdgeRite. If you click on it, I do earn a commission. It's also really easy to cut. We found that we had a couple pieces that we did have to cut. We used a jigsaw and we used like a metal blade in the jigsaw and it just like slices it straight through. So it's really easy to work with. So if you have like a piece that you're like, oh shoot, I need it to be 2 inches shorter, you can actually cut right through it. They also make pieces that come in every single length. So if you need one that's like only like, I think the shortest is like 4 inches or something like that, they have that. I'm not going to order anymore because I already have all of these pieces here that I should be able to rework. So let me find my tripod so you guys can hang out with me while I do this. I am out of breath. That last piece was so hard to get out of the ground. I had to grab pliers and a vice grip to like try and yank it out. She did not want to remove. She was in there. I thought I was gonna like hurt my back. I got it out. That was crazy how hard that one piece was to get out. I wasn't planning on taking all of those pieces out. Let me show you. Change of plans. Because I want the pathway to come this way, swoop into the greenhouse, and then come out and swoop out of the greenhouse. So it'll come out like this and then come here. My original plan was to connect it into these pieces that were already existing for our walkway. I love having really wide walkways. I know it drives some people mad, but we love to be able to stroll the garden and be side by side. We do it twice a day usually, and it's been one thing that we absolutely love to do. So I'm really, really happy we did really wide walkways. And we often have friends over too, and so it's nice to be able to walk with a group of friends instead of having to walk in a single file line in the garden. So it's been nice, but what I want is I wanted it to come out this way, swoop in, and then because behind the greenhouse is going to be the secret garden, what I want is there to be a walkway that leads you back this way. But I want the walkway that leads you back this way to be a very small walkway. Like one person at a time has to walk back to the secret garden. So I'm not going to do a big walkway, but I want the metal landscape edging not to be up against the greenhouse. I want it to come out here, and then I want it to swoop in this way and have just enough for you to just kind of be able to walk through, or for me to be able to get like the gorilla cart through, not very big at all. And then kind of a sharp turn here. So all of this will be like flower bed. I'll probably go out to like here and to here. So it'll be like a comfortable walkway, not a tight walkway. And then you'll come in this way. Metal edging will come out this way, tie back into the shed, and you'll be able to walk through the rose bush and through the hydrangea. And I want to put a trellis right here, or an arbor right here, a very small metal one, and then have the metal edging stop right there at all of that. And then you get to walk into the secret garden back here, which so it'll kind of be like a little hidden treasure back here. And we're not exactly 100% certain what we're doing in this area, but I do have some ideas. I'll put like probably a little bistro table back here or something like that. Lots of shade plants. This is kind of a very shaded area, maybe a couple sun-loving things. I do want to have some things close that are tall right here, so that way you can't really see through the greenhouse so much. That way this is more of a secret. And then luckily our property line actually goes back to about there. So we're gonna extend our fence and have much more property. So that'll be really, really nice. And so this is gonna be a really large secret garden. So with that, I think the plan today will be to get this to come out, come this way, and then I'll start the bend process for this. I have to pull all of the Bermuda grass that's here. I might do it this evening, or it might be a project for a different day. I think it might be good for a different day, because pulling all of the Bermuda grass, that is a total pain in the butt. But it does need to happen in order for me to do the walkway, because this will still be a gravel walkway through here. I do want to pull all of the Bermuda grass. So I want to pull it all from here, all from all of this section here. I don't want any Bermuda grass over here, and that's what this entire area is, because I do want all of this to be incorporated into a flower bed right here. And same thing, have a flower bed over on this side. We are going to be moving the hose link. The hose link, I think we're trying to figure out if there's a way that we can get the hose link to attach right here to the shed. If not, we will keep it on a post, but it'll be like a little bit closer to the walkway. And then we're going to move the irrigation post so it's closer to the metal edging here. So that way we don't have to climb into a flower bed to fill up our watering cans and stuff. So that is all going to come forward just a little bit. When we put that there, we knew it was probably going to possibly be temporary placement. We just needed to get the water over here. So it's not even sunk into concrete or anything like that. That post is just sunk into the ground. It is pressure treated, and then we did stain it. So let me at least get the walkway done up to the greenhouse, and then get gravel placed in that section also. So that way that's at least done. And then I'll place my containers on either side of the door. And then we'll start the bending process of everything else of the walkway. Woo, so exciting. Okay, I'm gonna take a lunch break. The ground right here, because none of this ground has been watered, it's a little rough to get in. This is crazy. It was so easy to get all of the rest of the landscape edging in, but there's been no water here. And so the ground is literally rock hard. And so that's fun. Anyways, we're gonna take a lunch break. I got the walkway up to there. I got this curved piece done and almost this piece done. And then I'm gonna do probably just one more piece, maybe two. We'll see how that plays out. I don't want to go too far into there, so it might really just be one piece that starts this curve a little bit until I can do that, because if I put a piece in here, it's going to make it hard to get all of the Bermuda grass out, because I don't want it in the flower bed and I don't want it in the walkway. But I think it's going to be so good. I like that the walkway is a little bit smaller right here. Let me show you. So the walkway is now kind of like closer to the rest of the walkway. It pinches just a little bit right here, but honestly, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. And then curves out like this. That makes it so I have a nice bed right here. I have a very large flower pot to go here, a very large flower pot to go on the other side. That will match. And then I gotta find something to go in them, but then I can still plant. I wanna plant like low growing ground covery things right there. I think that'll be really pretty. And around the side, the water spigot is probably going to go, I want it closer to the walkway, so it's probably going to, the spigot is probably going to be here, and then the hose link will be back a little ways, or like I said, hopefully we can get it attached to there. Yeah, but it'll be nice to have like a really big flower bed, because like it'll be flower bed and you can see the walkway is going to go like this, so all of this will be flower bed, so that'll be really fun to have. So I think I'm going to stop for the afternoon, because that's a fun look, and then I'll be back this evening, because this area it's still in shade, but it's starting to get into sun, so I want to stop now before I just can't do anything at all. So we'll be back this evening when I finish this, and maybe this evening I'll have Brent be able to help me, because it's kind of hard doing the hammer. We found doing the sledgehammer is easier, but it's hard doing the sledgehammer by yourself, because you want somebody to be able to put like a piece of wood on there and hold the piece of wood while you do the sledgehammer. That makes it the easiest. Okay, I'm out here a little bit later than I thought I would want to be out here. It's about 7 o'clock now. Everything is in the shade. It's really nice. It feels really nice out here. But that means that we probably have about an hour at most of daylight left. It feels so good out here. I actually edited the first part of this video while I was inside. I was trying to cover my breath because I just ate a piece of bacon. I was like, I don't want you to smell my bacon breath. That's not happening, Robbie. Anyways, I edited the first part of this video. Oh my gosh. Just getting these couple pieces took so long. It was like an hour of footage, and it took me like 2 hours to get those pieces in. I don't know if I just hadn't had coffee yet or what had happened. My brain wasn't working. I don't know why that took me so long. It should not have taken me that long. Brent's gonna come out. We're gonna get that last piece in. I'm gonna start mulching, and then I can place my containers. And I guess that's probably gonna be it for this video today. Not super exciting. Sorry about that. But are you kidding me with this view before we start? She's stunning. She's the moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got our walkway curve done. So now we can actually walk up to the greenhouse. This is so perfect. This feels much more natural. Yes, it is very wide right here. Lots of gravel, but I mean, it's perfect. Couldn't be happier. We got this side of the bed mostly mulched. I still gotta tuck in and get in there, but we're running out of daylight and I still need to get all the way back there with mulch. But we did mulch a little bit of this side. We did stop because, like I said, I want to get all this Bermuda grass and crabgrass out of here. And I'll do that before I put in the metal edging to go that way. So that's going to be a different day, but that is going to get done. I'm hoping that I can get it done in the next week. This is going to be a bear to get out all of that, but it definitely needs to happen. And then I have to start shopping for a trellis to go over there so that way you can walk through, and then I'll continue that gravel in through there, and then it'll go into dirt. So it's going to be a very loose line. It's not going to be how we have gravel, edge right, mulch. It's going to be gravel and then into dirt. So I just kind of want a soft edging, so it softens it up when you get into that secret garden. And then these containers, if you watch my friend Janie over at Dig Plant Water Repeat, you'll probably recognize these containers. She ended up giving them to me. She was like, these will be perfect for your greenhouse. And they match the vibe of it. And they match the vibe perfectly. I don't know what I'm gonna put in there. I gotta figure out what I want. I don't want something tall, but I want something medium size. Something probably double the size of, or not double the size, something about the same size as that container. So just kind of a small, low growing shrub evergreen. I still wanna really be able to enjoy all of the stonework that we've done. I love the stonework on this greenhouse. It's Texas limestone, and I just think it's so beautiful. And so I want to be able to have that. And then I do want to put low growing ground cover things in the ground. I think that that'll be really, really nice on both sides, but I couldn't be happier with it. And now the greenhouse feels much, much, much more complete. Now you can actually walk up to it. It feels more connected to our property rather than an afterthought with the metal edging there. So now we can walk into there. I still need to do plaster on the inside so you don't see the electrical, and then I also need to do the stonework. That's not happening anytime soon. That can be a wintertime project for all I care. But like I said, we will get mulching done and we'll start doing some research on what I want for those containers, but I do think it is so beautiful. It took me 50 minutes to do that. So it was so nice to have Brent's help to get those last couple pieces in, get the mulch in, get the gravel in. We started with buckets, and I honestly thought it was only gonna take 3 buckets of gravel, and it took a full wheelbarrow, a full gorilla cart of gravel. So I'm glad we switched over to that gorilla cart, but it looks so good. So happy to have Brent's help on that. That's so crazy. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over that view. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.